Hey guys, what's up? Wyatt and Tuck here from the last Herbie, and this is our first video for yearly box office predictions.
First third of the year.
Yep. Um, every year we like going through the list of movies and making up our own predictions for them, how we usually do it. Like at the beginning of this year, we're going from January to April. And then in years past, we do May through August for the summer season, and then wrap up the end of the year when we get to that. But yeah, so yeah, we'll go our separate ways and um, uh, take our list of movies and do various research. We really like going to Box Office Mojo. That's the place for any kind of box office numbers if you're ever interested in that. They've got everything, any list you could possibly want there. But yeah, uh, best thing that we like to do is any um, similar movies, like anything that's a sequel, go back, see what the first one made, and then of course take our own personal preferences in there, and just see what we come up with. And sometimes we get pretty close. Most other times, not even. Just it varies, but it's fun to see how it turns out.
Mm-hmm.
And
we usually like to make our predictions before other long-range forecast sites make theirs, so we're not influenced.
Any pre-release tracking like that. But yeah, so before we get into this year's predictions, we thought it would be fun to look back on how we did last year. Any highlights, any lowlights, anything like that. I've got a few lowlights.
Yeah, like you got pretty close starting out the year with John Wick, Chapter 2, U.S. total. You got that within $1 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 93 to 92 actual. And opening weekend wasn't that bad either, 28 to 30.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, the very first one we did last year, Monster Trucks. Anyone remember that? It wasn't that bad of a movie actually, but yeah, we had guessed pretty low on that one, but yeah, Tuck was within 3 for worldwide, which worldwide box office has been so unpredictable lately that.
I forgot to write. I haven't written any of my worldwide actuals down.
Uh-oh. Well, I've got you covered there. But yeah, 64 actual to you would guess 61 compared to my 86. That's a 20 million difference there. Though that was a small one, the bigger you go. If you get within 20 million, I consider that a success. But yeah, and looking down, like you've got the U.S. total for Kong Skull Island right on the money, 169 to actual 168. And we like to predict opening weekend, U.S. domestic box office, and worldwide. And yeah, compare those. But yeah, and same with the U.S. total for Power Rangers. Right on the money for you. 85, actual 85. And I went and guessed. I got gutsy on that one. I was thinking maybe a breakout hit 170. No, didn't happen there. I mean, made like half that, so did a great job there. But yeah, and then Power Rangers is just an example of how far off you can get too. Like, you guessed so much lower than I did. 325 worldwide total. I had guessed 590 worldwide total. It made 142.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just anything can happen with these. But yeah, and then like looking down here, like the Mummy reboot in June, I got, I mean, almost across the board. I mean, 2 out of 3 like nailed it right on the head. 31 actual opening, and that's exactly what I had guessed. And 409 worldwide total, I had guessed 410, and then US was pretty close anyway. 80 actual to my guess of 87. And you weren't far behind either, just it all depends just what a slight difference can make, and whether you go higher or lower or whatever. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you see there?
I haven't written much of my actuals in yet.
Uh-huh.
You're probably ahead of that on me. I probably should have thought about that.
This morning, getting ready for it, I went through and caught up on everything that yeah, we're doing this right at the beginning of the year, so there's still like all the fall and winter movies like Star Wars and Jumanji. They're still in theaters, so there's no actual numbers. But let's take Jumanji for example. We had guessed an 82 and an 88 US total for Jumanji. Total. And right now, after 3 weeks in theaters, it's on its way to over 250 US total. I had guessed 246 worldwide. I didn't have much luck on this one. I didn't think fans of Jumanji would want to see this reboot without Robin Williams. I was wrong. I was so wrong. I mean, we guessed similar numbers. I guessed 246 worldwide and you 285. So they're within the same ballpark. But man, just. It could be going over 600, maybe higher when it's all over, so that's crazy. And then, yeah, things like Justice League that we had guessed like over 150 million opening
That
weekend.
surprised everybody.
Yeah. Like, anything can happen. Like, yeah. Everyone would have expected something like Justice League to just be a huge success, and it wasn't. It made less than 100 million opening weekend, and so, yeah, just that's what makes this fun. Anything can happen. That I like taking chances and either going low and predicting like a humongous disaster, or going really high and trying to get ahead of the curve for a big breakout hit. Or anything like that. But
mine are a little bit more medium. I'm always medium.
Not a big risk taker.
Not all the time. Not anymore. I used to be, but then I saw so many bombs. That's like,
So yeah, you can either try to get out ahead of the pack and predict a big hit, or have it fall flat on its face and look like an idiot, which happens a lot for me. But yeah, so I'll throw last year away. My last year is fun. So normally when we first debut our lists, we like to go over them for the first time with each other. But we've already done that for this week. We had done that like maybe a month ago or so. But yeah, so next time when
we have summer's list.
Yeah, when we're getting ready for summer, that it'll be a big surprise for
probably the end of February, I'd assume.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so I guess let's get started on it then.
So yeah, first movie that'll be coming out next week is Paddington 2.
Paddington's just a week away, Tucker.
Yeah.
I really like the first Paddington. That's a really good movie. I've been hyping for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hopefully it plays somewhere.
It better. It's Paddington.
Because it's a big in Britain, but not.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, we got to see the first one around here.
Mm-hmm. Opening weekend, right? I want to say what.
I can't remember that well.
We ran out and saw Paddington opening weekend.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it was worth it. But I've heard great things about this one too. But okay, what do you got?
So yeah, I guess 20 million for the opening weekend.
And I guess 16, so a little bit lower, which that's a little lower than the first weekend, or the weekend for the first Paddington 2. That I was thinking it might make a little bit less, just because sometimes sequels, especially family sequels, sometimes they make less.
Mm-hmm. And for the U.S. total, I guess 71.
To my 70, we're
Very close.
right on the money there, yeah.
It's a good thing I put that little 1 on there, because otherwise it would have been, we have tied a lot too.
Last year I don't know, it was definitely over 5 times that we got a tie, and so just whether it's over or under, we both win. Everyone's a winner here.
And way back in 2014, very last movie we predicted for, Night Museum 3.
That was hilarious.
The third Night Museum, we tied clear across the board, so we couldn't do anything. There was no competition.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
3 different numbers guessing with you, guessing anything could happen, and I can't even remember the exact numbers now, but it was something like 40 opening weekend, 160 US, and then probably 400 worldwide or something like that. But I mean, like not even like I'm guessing 41, you're guessing 42, like just right on the money every single time. That
I just wanted to mention that.
it's legendary.
It's legendary.
It's never gonna happen again. I'm gonna assume.
I highly doubt it. So far, we've just tied once on. We never even had one that we've tied twice. I don't think.
No. Not since then.
Yeah.
And not before then either. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
But
so,
that's why taping these live will be a lot of fun. That way we can document our freakouts if anything like that ever occurs again. So hopefully it will. That'd be hilarious. Or maybe I just peeked over at your list. No peeking. It's not allowed. Though we peeked on this one technically, but not while we were making our list. But we've already peeked at these. But. Anywho, okay.
Yeah, and then back to Paddington 2. We had to finish.
We didn't forget about you, Paddington. We're sorry. We're ramblers.
Back to worldwide for the. I guessed 276 worldwide total.
To my 306.
Mm-hmm.
So went a little higher.
Yeah. And then later this month will be the third movie in completing the Maze Runner trilogy that we've liked those movies. Mm-hmm. Even though since it's these third movies in young adult series usually take a big drop.
Like looking at the Divergent series, that's one of the biggest ones. The third one just tanked after the first 2 did pretty much the same.
Yeah. So and since this one was always smaller than those, I'm assuming it's gonna drop a lot. So.
And especially January's known to not be the best month for big breakout movies, especially if you put your sequel in January. There's usually a reason for that. You're not expecting much. But.
Mm-hmm. So, I guessed 18 million for the opening of Maze Runner.
To my 17, so that's going to be down to the wire there.
Yeah. And the U.S. total of 45.
To 42. So, again, very close. But.
Mm-hmm. And a worldwide total of 202.
To my 278, so a little higher worldwide.
Yeah. We'll just have to see.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh yeah, and should we skip the next one then? Cause
it got bumped to April though.
uh-huh.
And has it even been titled?
No, yeah, just the. Okay, so the Cloverfield series. There was that first Cloverfield movie, the handheld monster, wreaking havoc on New York. That was a big hit, and then 2 years ago was Cloverfield or 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is a great movie. Go see it. But yeah, just that one came out of nowhere. That people didn't even at the beginning of the year people didn't even know it existed, and then they had snuck it into the calendar right at the beginning of the year. So like 2 months before it came out, that no one even knew it was coming out. So then I have to assume they were planning to do the same thing with this that has been titled God Particle, aka Cloverfield 3, and I can't decide what to do with this because they keep bumping it all across the calendar.
Hopefully it'll stay in April by now. But yeah, because if it was in April, it'd still be on this list, and we probably wouldn't change our predictions for it.
But yeah, just if God Particle happens to come out, we thought it was going to be in February. Actually, before we had made predictions last year thinking it was going to be October, then they bumped it to February. So, okay, now it's in February. Well, now it's apparently in April, so if it comes out this year, so I guess we'll run through those numbers real quick.
Yeah.
So they're documented, they're official, set in stone, we can't change them now. Okay.
Yeah, I had a 19 million opening weekend for God Particle.
To my 20, so again, just right down there.
Yeah, and 54 US total.
To 64 for me.
And 105 opening week, not worldwide, dang it.
Opening weekend worldwide.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine trying to predict worldwide
Opening weekends, because you never know how many countries they're going to be in.
It changes with every movie. Some they open them in 2 countries, some they open worldwide. So just not even gonna try that.
No.
And I can't predict country by country. That I don't have the math skills for that or the know-how.
And you can't really find lists of all the lists of other countries either.
Yeah. Box Office Mojo, get on that. You've got every other list, but I need the overall highest grossing films of Portugal. I don't know. I can't even recall back in my mind for what that would even look like. But that's because there's no list. Okay.
And then
worldwide for this so-called God Particle, if it exists.
we didn't get to the numbers yet.
Don't think. Yeah, we hadn't yet. The worldwide opening weekend.
Okay.
That got us rambling. Okay, so those numbers real quick.
105
to 114.
Mm-hmm. And next is going to be a doozy that I don't care about seeing it at all, but we're just going to follow the box office anyway. Sony's Peter Rabbit movie. Probably the first mention of our beef with Sony on this channel.
Just normally they tend not to make the best decisions when it comes to movies. Like surely you've heard of the Emoji Movie. I think everyone should at least know somewhat the backlash that came with that one. Just seems like that's the height of Sony's poor decision making. But Peter Rabbit doesn't look much better for me. Just I don't know those trailers. It's Peter Rabbit. Look at Paddington. Peter Rabbit should be treated the same as Paddington, and Sony's just filling it full of... I mean, sure, kids can enjoy that kind of stuff, but... Kids, go watch Paddington. Okay, so those numbers.
Those numbers were 11 million opening weekend for me. I guessed a bomb.
I can only
wanted a
hope.
bomb.
But yeah, kids like those movies, so I went with 20.
Mm-hmm.
So
And for U.S. domestic total, 36.
to 68.
And worldwide of 106.
To 188 there. Here on out, do you want to just go through your entire, like, 1, 2, 3 for all the other movies? Then I'll do my 1, 2, 3, maybe, see how that goes.
Okay.
Okay, next one, Black Panther. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Marvel!
Yeah,
You
Marvel
gotta look
movies.
forward to Marvel! Don't have my Marvel shirt, but
Yeah.
I need to have more Marvel shirts. Okay, so what do you got for Black Panther?
I have opening weekend of 70 million, more closer to the other openings of the standalone movies. I didn't want to. Again, I'm not an overguesser usually.
Yeah, in that same range as like the first Thor and Captain America. Right? Yeah, I can give you that.
And U.S. total of 200 million on the money, and then worldwide of 590.
And then I'm guessing that this is just gonna blow through the roof of the box office house. And I'm guessing like some record breaking, if it would open anywhere in this realm, it would be February records. But yeah, opening weekend I'm going with 139.
I can't help but think it's just you want it to be Deadpool.
Yeah, that's just a little bit higher than what Deadpool opened. That's for another conversation entirely, but I can't believe Deadpool made those kind of numbers. But yeah, I'm thinking people are really gonna be looking forward to this. It's the first big black superhero movie we've had with this kind of cast. It's just full of like the best African American actors working today. I'm thinking it's just gonna make everyone excited, no matter who you are. I'm excited, but yeah, that opening leading to a 390 U.S. total, which would be the biggest non-sequel, if you're not counting Avengers Marvel movie by a good mile probably, and a worldwide total of 822. All right, next up is Early Man,
Which
the new one from Aardman Studios, Wallace and Gromit, Chicken Run, those kind of fun ones.
they usually don't make a whole lot of money. Their first one to be their first theatrical release was Chicken Run, and it's still their highest grossing, I think.
It's the highest grossing stop motion movie, I believe so.
But
Which, good for it. That's a great movie. But
just nothing's beat that one. So
yeah. With the rise of computer animation, stop motion tends to not make a whole lot, but especially U.S. But these have still been really big hits in the UK. So, what do you got?
I got a 6 million opening weekend. And I forgot that we were keep going with that. I was waiting on you, like, what are you going to say? And 21 U.S. total and 102 worldwide.
And that's not too far from where I was either. That I just went a little higher U.S. with an 8 million opening and a 24 U.S. total, and then went a little lower with 94 worldwide. So Wrinkle in Time, which with everything on this list, I consider this the biggest wild card. I don't really know if this will be a big hit, since it's a popular book from a popular director and it's got a big cast too, but just I don't know. It's being sold as a family film. I don't see many families really going to this one, but I don't really know. But I mean, we were both on the same page here, not guessing something huge, but not really predicting a huge disappointment either. But
yeah, I was guessing 46 opening weekend with a 135 US total and 375 worldwide.
And yeah, you were 46 to my 42, and then your 135 to my 136. I mean, that's right there. And then 310 worldwide. Just, yeah, don't know what else there's to say on that one.
Yeah.
But same goes with Tomb Raider.
Yeah, and video games movies haven't done well, and I doubt this one's even going to beat the old one.
You know what does well? If you have a video game movie that's not based on a video game. Jumanji. It's outgrossing any actual video game based movie by a mile. And so did Wreck-It Ralph. So that's what you need to do, which we'll get into something similar here in a second. But yeah, video game movies tend to not do the best. And the highest grossing one was the original Tomb Raider, but then the sequel dropped off really far from that, so give it to me.
23 opening, 63 total, and 270 worldwide.
And yeah, about the same range here. 28 opening, 64. Again, 63 to 64. That's like right there. But then yeah, guessing quite a bit lower worldwide, 188. But, all right, next up, Pacific Rim Uprising.
Yeah, I really have no idea how this one's going to compare to the first one, because the first one underperformed with a director who had a pretty big following. And this one, sequel without him in the director's chair and completely different cast, so don't know if this cast is going to be more appealing to people.
Because John Boyega's coming off of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And everyone loves him in those, so maybe he'll turn this into a big hit. But yeah, just the original one had huge online hype. I'm not really seeing a whole lot here, but
and yeah, for me the trailers didn't thrill me as much as the trailers for the original did.
Yeah.
But
again,
we'll see.
I love the original. Those trailers that year, that was like one of my most anticipated movies. This one looks fun, but yep.
So I have an opening of 25, bit lower than the original.
Original opened around 34, I want to say, somewhere around that, with 100 million total. But.
And I have a U.S. total of 66. And a worldwide of 380.
And then I'm going a bit higher because yeah, I'm riding on Boyega to really fuel this one. But and he looks good in the trailers. I mean, he's spot on casting for if he's supposed to be the son of Idris Elba from the first one. Just that's perfect. But all right, opening of 43. Going to a 127 U.S. total and a 505 worldwide total. So that's just like a step above what the first one made. All right, and Ready Player One is next. And this was what I was talking about with seeing if your movie isn't based on an actual video game, but is about video games, if that's what you need to be something big. And I mean, this one's coming from Spielberg, so I'm thinking that's going to be enough, but let's see what you think.
Yeah, I'm still not entirely convinced it's going to be a big hit.
And I'm not either. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if it.
Been a while since
underperformed.
Spielberg's had a action fantasy movie make very much money.
The BFG was one of his lowest grossing movies.
Mm-hmm.
It was his first like outright flop, I believe, and that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So I had an opening of 38 to a U.S. total of 115 and a worldwide total of 320.
And I'm going quite a bit higher with a 63 opening, going to 210 U.S. and 630 worldwide.
Mm-hmm. And now we're moving on to the next X-Men movie to come out, that they're going now an entirely different R-rated route into horror. So, it's not our cup of tea, but...
I'm curious to see what they do. That, yeah, just on the surface, I'm not a horror fan, but if they can do something new and unique with it, that's not just throwing something scary at you over and over, that I'll take that. But yeah, the first trailer for me just looked like another horror movie, so we'll see. But
yeah, so I guessed a 41 opening to a 103 U.S. total and a 310 worldwide.
And I'm going a little higher because superhero movies, still, no one's getting tired of them unless you're called Justice League. Ironically, how did that happen? I don't know, am I forgetting one? Out of all the superhero movies last year, Justice League was the lowest, right? Am I forgetting something? Made less than Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, Thor.
Yeah, Guardians.
Yeah.
There wasn't any X-Men movies last year.
No, I don't think so. That's why we're getting 3 this year. So, see how that works. But yeah, and see how it works in the future, since now X-Men belongs to Disney. Going forward, not at this moment. This is still on a different plane from Marvel, but yeah. Anyway, so since superhero movies are still popular, horror movies are more popular than ever. I wouldn't be surprised if this one like just smashes things, but right now I'm guessing a good enough hit. 57 opening to 159 US total and 495 worldwide. So kind of on the lower end of what X-Men movies typically make anyway.
And I'm assuming it's going to be on the low end of production budget as well.
I would imagine.
So it probably won't matter too much if it makes about the same as the old ones.
Their previous R-rated ones, Logan and Deadpool, they both kept their budgets way below 100 million. So yeah, then whatever it makes, it's gonna be a hit if it keeps the budget down. But. All right, last one.
Of another video game movie. I never heard of this video game before.
Me neither. I don't remember seeing it in any like Pizza Place arcade or.
And it was
anything.
strictly an arcade game, and did it ever have any newer releases or anything?
I believe only arcade, from what I've heard. Again, I've had to do research on this thing. I had no idea what it was. I don't know if old timers are looking at me funny now. Like, what's wrong with you, youngin?
Another video game movie with The Rock in it.
Yeah. So, yeah, we made these far before Jumanji started blowing up. So, let's see if this rides off that wave or
if people got their fill with Jumanji and don't go to this, like what I'm predicting. I'm predicting a 26 million opening weekend to a 75 million total and a 280 million worldwide total.
I'm going a little higher, but not too much, with 36 opening, 118 US total, and 318 worldwide total. And this is The Rock teaming up with the same director of San Andreas, so I
was also a hit.
So my guesses were like a little lower on each rung from that one. But I wouldn't be surprised after Jumanji if it at least matches that one. Because most people weren't expecting much from San Andreas, and that was kind of a surprise hit. So maybe this will be like the last big hit before summer comes. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and like I said, we should be back in end of February, maybe early March if we don't get the video made by then or posted by then. But yeah, we'll definitely be making our predictions for the summer in February.
Because I really have fun making these. I'm a box office nut. I don't know why. I'm not a math whiz or anything. I like charts. I like numbers, and I like movies. So I guess you put all that into a pot, and that's what I like. So
yeah, and we like these new charts that we made here because, yeah, for a few years we had this old style, and I think earlier last year I redesigned it, and I think it looks shiny now.
It does look shiny. It's a lot more uniform and
color coded.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay, so guess that about does it.
Yeah, and we'll be back probably at the end of the year to talk about how the results were. Have a video at the end of the year for results.
Yeah. Yeah, now that we've got this started.
Early next year. After the December movie. The results for the December movies come in, probably.
Yeah, since we hadn't documented anything previously of last year, that's why we just skimmed through those real quick. But yeah, that'll be fun doing a full comparison to see how close we got. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah. See ya.
You guys later.